Good evening, Stacy. Thanks for letting me visit today. Don't mind if I text you already.
Good evening, Aline. Thanks for coming today. It was our pleasure.
I'm going to be marrying your brother, preferably next month, since, as you know, I'm pregnant with his baby. After that, the two of us are going to be sisters-in-law.
Yep, I look forward to it.
By the way, you're in your third year of high school and are going to university next year, right, Stacy?
Yes.
Are you going to be moving out once you graduate high school?
I have no plans of moving out as of yet.
Why not?
Because I'm going to be entering a university that I can go to from home. But it's no use talking about that now. I haven't even taken the entrance examination yet, so who knows what will happen.
Well, I guess that's true. Tell me when it's decided, okay? I'll probably be moving in with you starting next month.
Oh, is that so? Well, I hope we can get along with each other when that happens.
Hi, Stacy. Care to explain what's the meaning of this?
What?
My wedding ring was found in your room. I was looking for it these past few days since I thought I lost it, but to think that you stole it?
Hold on, I did no such thing.
But I found it in your room, under your desk, as if you were trying to hide it. I probably would have never found it if I didn't happen to decide to clean your room. I've told your brother and your parents about this. Everyone was furious. It seems that you were going to be staying here and go to university from home, but I told everyone that I'm scared of living with a thief when my baby is about to be born, and they all agreed to make you leave the house.
But you didn't even listen to what I had to say. This is too unfair.
But there was concrete proof that you had stolen it in the form of my ring hidden in your desk.
I did no such thing, I promise you.
No matter. Just hurry up and come home. Your high school graduation ceremony should be done by now, so hurry up and pack your stuff because you're going to be leaving.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hi, Stacy. I'll be kind and ask, but are you unsure of what to do from now?
No, I told my boyfriend what happened and he believed me when I told him I didn't do anything. I'm going to be living with him in his apartment for now.
Oh, well, look at you. I didn't know that you had a boyfriend.
Yes, we've been going out since the second year of high school. I'm extremely grateful since I'm going to have to pay for my living expenses and university tuition on my own from now on.
You brought this upon yourself. You went and fooled even your boyfriend. You're so young, but already so devious.
I didn't do anything, but don't worry, I have no intention of returning home.
Is that so?
But let me ask you one question. Why did you hide your ring in my desk?
Well, I guess if you don't have any intention of returning, then, you see, I want to have a share in your family's property.
Our property?
Like I was saying, I wanted your property, so I seduced your brother Charles and made him drunk, bringing him into a love hotel. As you can see, my plan of getting pregnant with his child so he had to marry me was a huge success. Your brother is such an idiot.
Seriously?
And if I chase you out of the family, then my portion of the inheritance after your parents die will be larger, since you'd no longer be there to compete with me. Which is why I came up with the idea of making it seem like you stole my ring. But it's also no use telling your parents about it now. Now that I've had a baby, they can't possibly make me leave anymore as the wife of the eldest son. Not only that, but you're a thief in their minds. Besides, sisters-in-law are such a bother. It makes me laugh no matter how many times I replay it in my mind. Your mother shouting, "Leave the house," and your dad also saying, "Don't come back, thief." Your brother's reaction was splendid as well. I cried to him saying that you had scolded me, and he got furious at you and said, "You have no right of talking to my wife like that. You're just a child and a thief at that."
You're awful, Aline, but I don't need a family that listens to nothing their daughter says either. I'm cutting ties with this family.
Oh, I'm glad then. I mean, of course they believed me over you. I'm the one who gave birth to your parents' first grandchild, and as the eldest son's wife, I'm also going to inherit your family's property. No one's going to believe a stupid child saying that she did nothing, even though she has no proof.
I wanted to tell you those exact same words myself.
What?
Once I enter university, I plan on entering the film club. I bought a camera using the money I saved up in high school doing part-time jobs.
What?
There was one day where I accidentally left the camera recording in my room. You were caught clean on camera hiding your ring in my desk.
What?
I have no intention of returning home, so I'm not even going to bother showing it to my family, but just remember that I have definitive proof of what you did in my hands.
Hold on.
I also have our conversation by text as proof as well. Thanks for being cocky and telling me everything.
Stop it!
Don't forget that I can expose what you did whenever I want.
No way! Hey, Stacy! Stacy! Just what do you think you're doing?
Oh, Aline, long time no see.
Stop acting all calm. You know why I contacted you, right?
Oh, I guess. You're talking about the movie that's currently in cinemas, The Empty Family and Me, right?
Yes, but what happens in the later half of the movie is different, but the scene where the family kicks their daughter out of the house for a crime she didn't do, it caused a commotion in your family because it's what happened to you, no matter how you look at it. And doing some research, we found out that the novel that the movie was based on was written by your husband.
Yes.
So you went out of your way and told your husband about it? So you could have it published as a novel and even made into a movie? Don't you think that that's a little too evil?
I told you a few days after I was kicked out of the house 10 years ago that I would be temporarily staying with my boyfriend at his apartment, right? My boyfriend at that time became my husband.
Huh?
I'm going to tell you this so you don't have any misunderstandings. My husband hasn't said that that novel was nonfiction, but neither did he say it was fiction. The novel that my husband wrote was a huge success and was made into a movie. That's all the truth to it. Whether you interpret it as what actually happened 10 years ago is completely up to you.
Your family finally noticed. I was divorced because of it.
Is that so?
What's with that reaction? Because of you!
It seems that my brother contacted my husband soon after the movie was released.
What?
My brother and my husband knew each other from before I was kicked out of the house and had each other's contact information. It even seems that my brother found out we married from a mutual acquaintance. Apparently my brother, after calming down, took his time to think about the incident more logically, but since all my parents could think about was their grandchild, he couldn't talk to them about it since they would always side with you. He spent the next 10 years unsure as to what really happened. But over time, my parents also started thinking a bit more logically. That movie was the final push they needed to be sure of my innocence. My brother had a lot of questions for my husband, so they met, and my husband told my brother everything that I had told him about the incident.
Huh?
He also showed him the camera evidence and screenshots of the conversation we had on text a few days later after I was kicked out. I had given them to my husband because he said that he wanted to use it as inspiration for his novel.
No way!
My husband, the author of that novel, he didn't tell me anything about it since I had already given up being reunited with my family. But I guess he just wanted to prove that I was innocent of the crime I was accused of 10 years ago and wanted to tell the world about it in one form or another. At least that's what I think.
Are you being serious? Do you know what I had to go through because of that?
The baby you gave birth to as part of your plan in making my brother marry you wasn't actually my brother's child, right? It seems that my brother told my husband about that as well. As he grew older, it became more apparent that the child's face and body features didn't look like those of anyone in the family. My brother, after watching the movie and hearing what my husband had to say, decided to test every possibility. So he had him and his son do a DNA test. It came out saying that his son wasn't related to him by blood.
Why'd he have to tell your husband about that?
Perhaps it's his way of making up for his sins. I also heard about the fight over who would take custody of the child. My brother's trying to take custody, saying that even if they weren't related by blood, he was still his son who he had raised the past 10 years. The child himself is closer to my brother and parents than he is to you. This, combined with other factors like finance and home environment, allowed my brother to successfully take custody. That's what happened, right?
It wasn't supposed to go this way. To think that the forced marriage I had succeeded in making happen would fail 10 years later.
I could have made it fail at any point by giving my family the evidence, you know. I just couldn't be bothered to do it. I knew your parents cut ties with you, so I didn't do anything since it might harm your child, who was innocent.
What?
Fast forward 10 years, and it seems like there's no need to worry about that anymore. I'm so glad, but...
Didn't you consider what might happen to me?
What?
If I'm kicked out of this house, then I'll have nowhere to go. Did you have that in consideration when you let your husband publish his novel?
Did I have to have that in consideration?
What?
You're an adult, right? There's no need for me, a stranger, to have your well-being in consideration. You're not a child who can't live without the help of adults.
What?
Well then, I guess that's all I have to say.
Hold on, Stacy.
No matter what you say to me, there's nothing I can do for you. Not that I would, even if I could, though.
Stacy! We were sisters-in-law, even if it was just a few months. Surely you must have some compassion left for me.
There's no way I would have any compassion for someone like you. Goodbye. A few days later, I got a letter from my family apologizing for what they did. Thanks to my husband's words saying that you should at least accept the apology as a way to put an end to this business. The stubborn feelings I had towards my family lightened just a bit. So I promised to exchange New Year's letters with them, even though I have no intention yet of coming home. My ex-sister-in-law Aline, on the other hand, it seems that thanks to the kindness of my brother, she was excused of having to pay child support in exchange for her division of property following the divorce. And the alimony she had to pay for cheating on my brother was basically nothing. But since she had no relatives to rely on and had been spending the past 10 years as a housewife in my parents' wealthy home, she was in huge trouble after my brother divorced her and she was kicked out of their home. She had to find a job as soon as possible, so apparently she just took on a random job that paid well, but it seemed the work environment she put herself in was quite harsh. Now she's forced to work every day on the verge of having a mental breakdown.